Hello, everybody. My name is Vit, and this is my mate Andrew from HighLevel. We are coming at you with a brand new thing called the HighLevel Experience. We're pretty excited about that. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, super excited, man. Can't wait to talk to some amazing people and talk about some awesome high-level stuff. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And look, guys, if you listen to this is totally not scripted. You know, me and Andrew, we didn't know each other before HighLevel, but level up. But you know, I bought the bullet and decided to invest a bit of money and flew over to US for the first time ever and went to the level up. And me and Andrew got along over a couple of drinks at the bar, and he was talking to me about this podcast. What was the podcast name?
The one we were talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking a lot about Joe Rogan.
Yes. And then you were showing me on your phone like another
podcast.
Lenny's
podcast. Yeah.
There.
Yeah, Lenny. Shout out to Lenny. I don't know. I forgot. Let me look up his last name so I can give him a real shout out here.
So then I was showing you like another podcast, right? And then like you didn't realize it was my podcast, the other one that I've got, a Success Inspired podcast. And then basically out of that, it's like, oh, cool. I don't know what's the segue. Yeah, we talked about HighLevel and just cool shit. And then somehow we just basically decided to let's just do a brand new podcast together and just do it specifically about HighLevel, about HighLevel for HighLevel community. And here we are now, 3 weeks later, since level up and recording this thing. So
yeah, man.
Just to keep it really brief, guys. Today is a pilot episode. This is what you do normally when you launch a podcast. You do like a good pilot and you tell everybody what it's about and what they can expect. So let me just pull up my doc here. Got like a whole business plan around this thing.
By the way, it's Lenny Rachitsky. Lenny Rachitsky. Yeah, he was an old, not old, but like he was at Airbnb when they were like going through hyper growth. Funny enough, he just had Airbnb's founder. I can't remember his name now. Brian. Yeah, the founder of Airbnb. I can't remember his name. He's right here. I got him. Brian Chesky. He had him on. It was one of the most amazing podcast episodes I've ever listened to. It sounded like you paid like $1,000 to sit in a room with Brian Chesky, and he just like taught you things. And it was like, I listened to it 3 times already. I'm probably gonna listen to it again today. Like, it's amazing. Yeah, if you guys wanted to learn about like, all kinds of amazing like product management, business growth, things like that. It's called Lenny's podcast. Lenny Rachitsky is his name. So that's what we were talking about in Level Up.
Well, I'm sold. I'm going to definitely listen to that. I know there was one episode that I started to listen to about sales. There was a lady talking about sales. Mm-hmm. And, it all really comes down to just being a good listener and genuinely care about, helping people, and when you do that, the sales become like, there's no real sales, just having a conversation and becomes more like an assumptive selling. So yeah, it's definitely gonna check it out myself. There you go. We're actually doing a pilot about our new podcast. Already pitching another podcast. That's funny. Isn't it? All right, guys. I'm just gonna read this out to you because it's just so well written. Gotta give a shout out to good old HighLevel. The ChatGPT. Sorry, I meant to say.
Oh no, still giving a shout out to ChatGPT. I'll take it.
I think that's gonna happen more often. All right, so here we go. Drum roll, please.
Happens every day, bro.
All right, here comes the cool sound. Welcome to the HighLevel Experience podcast. Disrupt the Diaries is the tagline we're going with. Your weekly rendezvous with the world of high-level success. Join us every week as we uncover inspiring stories of achievement, not just from successful agencies, SaaSpreneurs, and high-level affiliates, but also the incredible journeys that led them there. Stay ahead of the game with our weekly dose of the freshest GHL feature updates and release reviews. Dive deep into the world of high-level business as we explore one specific strategy, tactic, or tool in every single episode, meticulously designed to empower every high-leveler on their journey to business progression. This podcast, we're hoping to be your number one source of motivation, inspiration, and clarity on the path to success with HighLevel. If you're an agency or a SaaSpreneur using HighLevel software, the HighLevel Experience, Disrupt the Diaries, will be your essential guide to achieving high-level greatness. Tune in and embark on your journey to disrupt and succeed with us. How is that?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So, all right. So now that the pitch is over, just give you a bit of sneak peek on the proposed formatting, guys, so you can also kind of see what we are planning to. Every single episode, there is going to be a one guest. So we're always going to get somebody in the community, the top dogs, but also the underdogs. Everybody will get a chance to be featured as a guest, as long as you have something something valuable to give out, to share. We do want to obviously make this a fun thing. And from experience running my old podcast, Success Inspired Podcast, if you want to check it out, 70 episodes there. What I did realize during that journey, running that podcast, is a lot of work. Typically about 4 hours per episode, sourcing guests, recording, post-production, all that stuff. And the reason I stopped with that podcast after 70 episodes, it was just a grind. And while I love podcasting and having chat with people, just like Andrew as well, we decided, let's make this a venture that is going to be fun. And so we decided we are going to have a monetization aspect here, but purely it's not really to make money. I mean, that would be nice if that happens, but really just to help fund the the production costs, so that we can delegate as much as we can to somebody else to do the editing, and we can just have fun and chat to you and make sure that we maintain having fun, because if we're not having fun, it's going to show in the episodes and it'll just be a grind. So anyway, with that said, did you want to add anything to that, Andrew?
Yeah, not really, man. I mean, that was pretty good. So I think I'm excited to just talk to a lot of awesome people. One thing that I guess I do have something to add then. One thing I will say is that something I noticed, especially from some of the other podcasts I listen to, is people start to they kind of fluff the episodes with things that aren't valuable, right? And so my goal would be to pack as much value per minute into this podcast as possible. So, reducing the amount of time that we talk about people's backgrounds, unless it's relevant to a story that's directly helping people with something, right? Things like that, right? I think what people need to know is when they come here, they're going to learn something and they're going to enjoy the experience. They don't have to fast forward or fall asleep or something, just to hear the good stuff. So that's my goal with this podcast, is really make it valuable and make it fun, like you were saying, and put people in the seat that are going to help other people succeed in any way possible.
Yeah, 100%. One of the cool tactics we can use to avoid too much of the fluff and too much of the vanilla stuff is we take ownership of introducing the guests and kind of steal the rug underneath their feet. So then we go straight into the juicy stuff. You can try that, see how we go. But yeah, so back to the formatting, guys. So it's going to be one guest, about 45 to an hour, just Joe Rogan style, having a chat, but valuable, a lot of value. That's the focus. And then there might be some pitches here and there about some products, but if you've been in the high level community long enough, there's a lot of amazing vendors and third-party software providers that help all of us high levelers to take it to the next level. So it would be just doing a disservice if we didn't either pitch what we've got or other people that we know they have good shit. So brace yourself for some ads, but we'll try and make it fun and quick and now, if you're a high leveler like us, then you must be a bit of a geek. And so on that note, what we want to do is there's going to be a segment called the Weekly Geek Out, and what we're going to do there is just have a bit of a chat about the latest, greatest feature, Sean coming at you, and we'll just unpack the Sean coming at you into more detail and have fun. Now, last 2 segments that you can look forward to. There's going to be Move the Needle segment, which is going to be, really laser focused, 15 minutes roughly, about one specific strategy, tactic, or tool that will help any fellow high leveler to progress their business. So that's going to be, aside from the interview, really focused. And then the last thing is because we really kind of want to have opportunity to not only grow this thing and listen to grow the listener base, but also give opportunity to any successful agency to share something interesting about what they're doing, and most importantly about the impact that they're able to make on on the small business world. So with that being said, what we plan to do is give 3 agencies every episode. We're gonna call it 3 quick impact stories in under 3 minutes. So 3 quick impact stories under 3 minutes. Where if you're an agency and you've just finished a project for a client and you've helped them with their business, or as a result of helping their business, it made certain impact in their personal life, and the story is moving and is inspiring, we want you to share those stories. So keep an eye out on that. We plan to do it really simply. We'll have a link for you guys, so you'll be able to submit a little 60-second audio clip of you, where you get to share that story about a particular client, work you've done for them, and you'll be able to have a mention of your agency, and we'll then plug it into episode. We want 3 agencies every episodes. That's the aim, and just want to share some love, and I think we don't want to make it about us. We want to really sort of use it as a platform to help raise the bar and help give other people a voice. So that's it. That's the plan, guys.
It's a good plan. I like that plan. Solid plan, bro.
Let's see where it takes us. All right, guys. So once again, thank you for tuning in for this pilot episode. We're really looking forward to have you as a listeners. Please do give us feedback, what you like. It's a new thing. It's going to be evolving. But yeah, now the first episode is going to be out tomorrow, so you can look forward to the first episode tomorrow being released on the on the podcast. One last thing, if you want to find out where this is being streamed, or where you can listen to it, it will be on at the point of you listening to this. It is already on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the major outlets. But we have one place where you can go to for everything about this podcast, and that is this domain called HighLevelExperience.com. You'll be able to find out everything that we talked about, the latest episodes, links, stuff like that. So that's, once again, HighLevelExperience.com is where you'll find everything about the podcast, about what I do, about what Andrew does, and how you can submit your inspiring stories.
Yeah, guys, by the way, if you go to HighLevelExperience.com, you will see a few different things that you can do. You can sign up for a podcast episode, or like apply to be a guest on the podcast. You could also apply to be an advertiser. So, like we said, we're not trying to take a bunch of money, but we need to fund this operation. And so if you want to advertise your product, our market is specifically high-level agencies as of today. Obviously, we're going to be trying to branch out and do some other things, expand, and try to bring people into high level. But if you have a product or a service that you want to advertise on the podcast, fill out the form, submit the entry, and we'll get back to you and talk about price and time in the podcast, how much time you'll have for the episode, for the advertisement, things like that. So again, that's HighLevelExperience.com, and you'll be able to do all those things. So just wanted to throw that in there a bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, thanks for that. No, that's important. Yeah. All right. Well, how do we end this thing?
The poof of smoke, ta-da, some confetti.
All right, here we go. The poof of smoke, ta-da, confetti. Boom. There you go. And done.
You just imagine it and it's there. Just close your eyes and we're gone.
And cool.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thanks, guys. See you on the next episode.